The case we're about to talk about today is urgent and still unfolding, so I need you guys to listen to this. And the suspect is still on the run. 4 family members murdered, a baby abandoned in 116-degree heat, and the man police believe is responsible could be anywhere. Welcome to another episode of Just in the Nick of Crime. I've got the full story for you, including exclusive details you won't hear anywhere else, a look at the suspect's past, and a warning that this man is still on the loose. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you guys to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this and other stories that we talk about here. With that said, let me walk you through everything we know so far. This story started with a 7-month-old baby left abandoned in 116-degree heat, and hours later, her entire family found dead. On July 29th, in rural Tigret, Tennessee, a call comes in to 911. A baby, 7 months old, is sitting alone in a car seat on a stranger's front yard. It's 116 degrees outside with the heat index. There isn't a single adult in sight, although a witness does say they saw either a van or a white SUV driving away. Now, miraculously, the baby is alive because she was found just in time by this passerby. While the community rallies to figure out who this child is, 4 missing persons reports are filed that same day. Matthew Wilson, Adrianna Williams, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams, the baby's parents, grandmother, and uncle, all missing. Later that night, about 40 miles north in Tiptonville, a group searching with flashlights calls 911 again. 4 bodies found in a wooded area, all murdered. And the baby in the yard related to every one of them. Now, let me pause and tell you who these people were. First, you have Adrianna Williams. That's the baby's mom. Matthew Wilson, the baby's dad. Courtney Rose is Adrianna's mother. And Braden Williams, 15 years old, Adrianna's little brother. So this entire family is wiped out. Who could do something so awful? Well, meet Austin Robert Drummond, 28 years old, convicted felon, released from prison just last year after serving 13 years for aggravated robbery. Do the math on that, guys. And when he got out, he racked up more charges, including attempted murder, meth trafficking, and sneaking weapons into a prison. Yet somehow, with all of that, he was released again, out on bond when these murders were committed. Now he's wanted for alleged first-degree murder, kidnapping, 4 counts of a felon in possession of a firearm, and 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. This wasn't random, y'all. According to DA Danny Goodman and family statements, Drummond was in a relationship with a member of the victims' families. He had even been considered family to them. In fact, one relative wrote, "We trusted him. We never thought he could hurt anyone, let alone our family." And yet that trust appears to have been fatally misplaced. Drummond is now on Tennessee's most wanted list. He's believed to be driving a white 2016 Audi A3 with Tennessee plates RI-01896 with damage to the driver's side. He's 5'10", 190 pounds with blue eyes and brown hair, but here's what's new. Authorities believe that he might be actively changing his appearance. The TBI even released an AI-altered image showing what he might look like clean-shaven. Now, his face is everywhere. Billboards, news, now this video. And there's a $15,000 reward for any info that leads to his arrest. And to do that, you call 1-800-TBI-FINDS. Now, a few things still don't add up, right? And there's a lot of stuff that we still don't know. Things like, why did he leave the baby alive? Was that a guilty conscience or part of the plan? How exactly were the victims killed? And why wasn't, I think this is the most important question, why wasn't this man kept behind bars? These are the questions we're going to have to keep asking. This is still a developing story after all. And of course, you guys know that I'll keep following it every step of the way across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and most in depth over on Substack, where I've posted a full breakdown, tons of shareable photos and updates the moment that they happen. Now, before I talk about something that really concerns me, because there is something big that concerns me here, let me tell you what you can do to help. You can share this video or any of my shorts or posts, especially to anyone in or around Tennessee. You are a content creator yourself. Please feel free to screenshot and steal, take, whatever, copy, borrow, and paste anything that I have done related to this case. I don't need or want credit. I just want this man to be found and held accountable. Also, of course, make sure to follow here on other platforms. Reels and shorts are released on all my platforms, but the faster written posts are only on Instagram, Facebook, and Substack. And Substack will have the most in-depth, lengthy interviews, updates, information, photos, etc. And there are links to all of those in the video description, right? Now, let me talk about my concerns. This is Tennessee, right? And if you're from Tennessee, you might agree with me on this. You might feel the same way. I'm genuinely concerned that they're not going to find this guy. Not because they're not trying, because I do think that they're trying, right? but because Tennessee has a track record here. And what I'm talking about is a disturbing pattern we can't ignore, because it's not just this quadruple murder, but a trail of cases where people disappeared or were killed in Tennessee and the authorities never delivered answers. Never. Let me talk about a couple of these people. Let me get a picture pulled up for y'all real quick if I can. So I can't see my screen here. All right. Let's talk about some of these. There we go. Sorry. Technical difficulties, you guys. It wouldn't be my show if it wasn't. Sebastian Rogers, an autistic teen from Hendersonville, vanished in February of 2024. Over a year later, despite a $50,000 FBI reward, there's still no clear leads or resolution. Families and advocates say the case is going cold. Summer Wells, 5-year-old from Hawkins County, disappeared without a trace. Months on, the official investigation has stalled, leading many to fear the trail has gone cold, which I think it has. The next one we can't forget about, Amber Elizabeth Cates, disappeared in Columbia, Tennessee back in April of 2024 at the age, April of 2004 at the age of just 16. Initially, she was labeled a runaway, just like Sebastian Rogers was, despite the fact that there was no activity or contact ever recorded. In 2024, investigators said a major lead emerged, but it hasn't led to any answers, right? Jennifer and Adrianna Wix, they have been missing since March 25th of 2004 from Cross Plains, Tennessee. Jennifer was 21, Adrianna was 2. They were last seen leaving a gas station with Jennifer's boyfriend, William McLeod, who goes by Chris. He told police that he had a fight with them, dropped them off at a gas station so her family could pick her up, but that call never came to her family. Never actually happened. They never made it home. And the story he gave never added up, including weird things like he drove a 4-door Mustang, which for those of y'all who don't know, those don't exist. Investigators later determined Jennifer and Adrianna likely never left the area, but no one has ever been arrested. No bodies have been found, despite years of suspicion, media pleas, and a desperate push from Jennifer's family. Tennessee authorities have failed to solve this case for over 20 years. 20 years. These people are still missing. No solid answers. These aren't isolated cases anymore, guys. This is either... These cases, they paint a picture of a system that either isn't equipped or isn't being honest with the public. And now we've got a quadruple homicide and a baby abandoned on the side of the road. And the suspect is still out there. Now, I am not trying to be dramatic here. I am just trying to be realistic. How many more cases like this do we need before we start holding these agencies accountable for results? So when we talk about Tennessee's track record, we aren't speculating. We're pointing to real people. The saddest part is that these people are just a handful of the more well-known examples, all gone without a trace, and to this day, no justice, right? Now, what's most important is finding this guy, Austin Robert Drummond. He's wanted for, again, quadruple homicide. He abandoned a baby and left 4 people dead. He's still out there, armed, dangerous, and running. So if you are in Tennessee or anywhere nearby, any surrounding states, look at this face. Share this video. In fact, I'm going to make this face bigger for you guys. Let me make this face bigger for you guys. You can really, really see it, right? Look at it. Share this video, share his name, share his photo, because somebody knows where he is. And let's be real. We've seen how this state has handled cases like this in the past. And if they don't find him fast, there is a real chance that they will never find him and that he will disappear like so many others have. And we cannot let that happen. At the end of the day, this isn't just about one suspect on the run. It is about a pattern of people vanishing or being murdered in Tennessee in a system that too often fails to bring closure. Jennifer and Adrianna Wix, Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Amber Cates. How many more names do we have to say before something changes? So here's what I will leave you with. If you're in Tennessee, again, I cannot stress this, share this man's face. Talk about this case, because if history tells us anything, the system might not solve this. We might have to. Make sure you're following so that you don't miss any updates. And if you want the full timeline, the backstory, and my deeper thoughts, head over to Substack. The article is up now. Stay safe, stay loud, stay watching. Thank you all for being here.